Shane Gillis. Place.
So this week's Saturday Night Live is looking to be a historic one. Well, at least the first 8 minutes of it. And the reason is because the host this week is a comedian named Shane Gillis. Now, if you don't know Shane Gillis, you're probably not into the comedy scene because he is one of the biggest, funniest comics out there. Guy's selling out stadiums, Radio City Music Hall, just got sponsored by Bud Light. I don't know if that makes him big, but anyway, the guy's blowing up. He's part of that new wave of new comics that's really blowing up the scene. And he's hosting Saturday Night Live this week. Now, what makes that really interesting is that he was fired from Saturday Night Live just a few years ago. I guess when he was just on an up and up, trying to kind of, start his way in the comedy world. After a few years, he got hired as a cast member for Saturday Night Live. But then some stuff he said in some podcasts, I think it was like Asian rhetoric, came out, and so they fired him. Now, years later, when he's blowing up, selling out, on Netflix, doing the damn thing, Saturday Night Live has asked him to come host the show. Now, all the comedians in the world are coming out and saying it's going to be epic, that they're so excited that it's happening.
I told him, I go, you win. You win. Yeah, I'm so excited for the monologue.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, what are you going to, because
It's like Chappelle
there's so many ways you
coming at people.
You can do it. Yeah.
I think that there's this idea that he's going to come out and be like, I told you so. You see, I'm the big guy now, and you had to come get me, and now I'm hosting your little rinky-dink show. Ha, ha, ha. I win. Woke police. But I don't think that is necessarily the best move. The monologue is the place where the comedian gets to just come out, do 7 to 9 minutes, just doing the comedy. Meeting the audience, letting them know, telling the jokes, and for the most part for comics, it's written by the comedian. In some cases, the monologue is just a series of jokes, some new, some old, that the comedian's done before, but in some cases, it's like brand new material or a set that's specifically tailor-made for the Saturday Night Live monologue. One of the things I think Shane could really do this week that's really exciting is he can address the situation without being an I told you so moment. I think you need to have a couple digs. You need to feel pride about what's happening and that they kind of disband you and now they're calling you back to host the show, the highest honor. But at the same time, you want to be funny. You want to come across as somebody who's bigger and better than that. And you want to make jokes that, not necessarily rub people's faces in it, but show people why they called you back and show people why maybe they made a mistake and kind of judging you as some racist when you're really not. And I think a perfect opportunity is this monologue. Now, he has talked about on other podcasts how he might just do a series of jokes. Some comedians have been suggesting that he does.
I had a conversation with Louis. Did I tell you this? Louis called me about it, and he was like, just do your best jokes. Most of the people watching this have never seen you do stand-up.
Yeah.
Just do your best jokes. And I was like, didn't you do new for your monologues? And he was like, Shane, I'm so much better at stand-up than you. I was like, God damn.
Other comedians suggesting that he should go out there and be like, ha ha ha, told you so. But I really think that it's somewhere in the middle. I cannot wait to see it because I think that he really has an opportunity to become like that next level comic where he can address the situation, be really funny about it, but also be cool, be above it. Be one of these guys who's like, yeah, you should have done it. You should have put me on the cast. Now I'm blowing up. But not necessarily in like a ha-ha told you so way, but really in kind of an elevated comedy way to show that like you can't be too sensitive in comedy. You have to allow for certain things to kind of, not be funny or have the risk to not be funny to some people. But at the same time, it doesn't blatantly stamp you as some kind of like racist bigot. Because I've seen enough of his comedy and heard enough of his podcast, and I do not believe that he's that. And I really think that he has a certain sense about him. He's very, very funny, but he also doesn't have this sort of blue-collar bro thing about him. He has an intelligence about him, and I think he really has an opportunity to shine here with this monologue, where he can say some stuff that's like, hey, comedy's supposed to be funny, and sometimes if it offends, it's not the biggest deal. We're just doing our best, but without rubbing it in the establishment's face, without saying like, ha ha, Saturday Night Live, you were wrong and I was right, and I'm here to show you. I think he could really do something to speak on the subject matter of comedy, make a statement, and also kind of introduce himself to the world in a way that would kind of make him legend. I really hope he just doesn't do straight up jokes or just says, "Hi, I'm Shane Gillis and here are my jokes." I hope he really takes the opportunity to kind of elevate, shine a light on kind of what happened, but also not be bitter about it, to be above it. And I cannot wait to see what he does. So best of luck to Shane Gillis this week. I really hope he crushes it. Cannot wait to watch. Man, if he pulls it off, he could do some special stuff. So I'm going to be watching. I hope you guys are watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. See you next time.